This is something I reverse engineered when I look back at my life and I looked at some of the things that I successfully accomplished. Now, all of you have done something successful in your life, and you might say, no, Brian, everything sucks in my life. I'm a loser, I'm depressed, I'm broke, it doesn't work out. That's not true. Something you did in your life was great, and it could have been in third grade when you got all A's, or you won the spelling bee, or you asked that girl or that guy to be your Valentine, or you ran that race and won it, or something you did that was great. And if you look at that, you can find that there was actually a process that got you there. And for me, when I look back at things in my life that were a success, one of them was getting accepted to MIT and going to the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The other one was graduating 4 years later, right, with a very high grade point average to get me a job on Wall Street, which was something really impressive, to coming here to London and being really successful in the banking world, to starting London Real, to turning London Real to an academy, and to running my Ironman race last year. All of them those are successes in my life. And when I looked at them, they all had a 9-step process of how I accomplished it. So throw away the hustle porn, delete that right now, and focus on this 9-step process, and you can become one of those people that you aspire to. You can become a dream, or you can just be proud of yourself, or make your children, your family, your friends proud of you, or make an impact on this world. But it all comes down to this system. I'm going to walk it through you really quick, all right? First of all, it all starts with this idea inception concept. You should be constantly flooding yourself with good ideas in your brain, not, oh, look, there's a guy with a jet. Oh, there's a guy throwing money around. Oh, there's a guy in a Lamborghini, right? That doesn't help, right? An idea inception is when you're putting good ideas in your brain. You're listening to me interview Dan Pena, Grant Cardone, Ido Portal, Greg Braden, Joe Dispenza, and you think, wow, I could change my energy. I could start a business. I could take extreme ownership like Jocko Willink. I could get in shape. I could run an Ironman race like Brian. I could start a podcast like Brian. I could do a public speech like Brian did a TED Talk. That's all idea inception. You got ideas all the time. You want to constantly be feeling good ideas in your brain. I don't want an idea, I'm going to rob a bank. I'm going to take a picture on a jet so people think I'm rich. These are not good ideas. That comes from the nonsense hustle porn. So constantly be putting good ideas in your head. This is by listening to good podcasts, consuming good media, reading good books, being around good, intelligent people, having good conversations, all right? Being down at the pub talking about the football match does not promote idea inception. And that's why losers do that, okay? You need to be hanging out with intelligent people, having intelligent conversations, or watching them on something like London Real. Once you get an idea in your head, that's when something starts to change. You're thinking, I could do that. Next step is to visualize your future. Actually see you there in the future with your own podcast. See you being an entrepreneur. See you with $100,000 extra in your bank account and what you could be. Really, really important. And the third part of this initial process in the transformation system is find the mentor. And maybe that's Grant Cardone, and maybe it's Brian Rose, and maybe it's Dan Pena, maybe it's Bruce Lee. And you'd say, Brian, but Bruce Lee's dead. That doesn't matter. Bruce Lee can inspire you to be a martial artist. He inspired Conor McGregor. Always have that human, though, that can push you. In the London Real Academy, I'm your mentor because I'm pushing you every day. I'm on the live calls with you. Last night, I was pushing my broadcaster students. I was pushing my Life Accelerator students. Next week, I'll be pushing my business students. Find a mentor. Without a mentor, you're not going to be able to complete this transformation loop. You're going to get stuck here or here or here if you don't have a mentor. Trust me, I've seen it. And you're going to go back to your hustle porn and be like, oh, there's a jet. It's not going to work. This is how you actually make a transformation. So boom, you got the idea inception. You're hanging out with positive people with great ideas. Visualize your future. You see your future self with that idea. You find the mentor that can help you get there. Boom, there you go. Next part of the process, we got to pay the price to action. Now this is a hard one for some of you to really understand. Paying the price to action is this. I need you to put skin in the game. So you have something on the line to make sure this is going to happen. Now, a lot of times that can be money. When you put money on the line, you show up. I tell a lot of people, book a personal trainer, buy 10 sessions, give them $500 or 500 pounds. Guess what? You're going to show up to those sessions and you're going to do the work because otherwise you lose the money. That's a great example of pay price to action. Also, in my Business Accelerator courses, you pay me and it's not cheap. That way, you show up and that's how I get incredible results. I change people's lives, $1 million launches. People literally change their entire game, but it's a pay price to action. That could be time. Maybe you're going to set aside 10 hours to do something for a certain project. Could be getting married. Your pay price to action, you're no longer single. You don't get to date anymore. That means you're going to go all in on your marriage and you're like, I'm going to go for this thing. But without putting skin in the game, something that's going to make it hurt if you don't proceed with the process, you're going to quit as soon as things get hard, and you're going to go back to your hustle porn. You're going to go back looking at jets and bling and all that nonsense and inspirational quotes, right? You're going to go back to it. So don't do that. Pay a price to action. In my academy, that means putting money on the line. That's the way I know you're going to show up and do the work. Next, you got to create a game plan. If you don't have a step-by-step process on how to launch your first podcast, how to get on the TED stage, how to make your first $100,000, how to write a New York Times best-selling book, how to get a loving relationship in your life. If you don't have a game plan, then all of this is just dream, and you don't know what to do. I'm talking about A, B, C, D, E, F, G. In my courses, I have 8 modules, 8 weeks. I literally give you a step-by-step process of what to do. It's usually 24 steps of what to do. You can't mess those up. You can't skip step 5. You can't skip step 6, or it doesn't work out. It's like baking a cake. If you leave something out, it doesn't work. So create your game plan, really important.
London Real doesn't stop when the conversation ends. You see, that's when we get started. Because everything begins with a thought, and then comes the action. The London Real Academy is our global transformation platform. Here we bring together thousands of students from over 75 countries. Whether you want to build a profitable business from your passion, or learn to speak to inspire, or broadcast yourself with your very own podcast, or accelerate your life to become a high-performance person, we have the online accountability course and personal mentoring program that will make your dream a reality. Join us, and we'll take your life to the next level, together. Our next accelerator course is starting soon.